What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Why is my desk moving? I've got no clue. Oh, I see. My desk is the top of my desk is loose. Anyway, excuse me. Let's start that over. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is probably going to be one of the most interesting because I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of what could very may well be the booster set that gives us what many Yu-Gi-Oh players have been wanting for years. Duelist pack, Duelist of Explosion. Yeah. You guys are probably wondering, what is Duelist of Explosion? Well, before we get into it, excuse me, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, I forgot to put on some music. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. If you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, excuse me, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. So, Duelist Pack, Duelist of Explosion is pretty much based on the attribute of fire. And you guys are wondering, what are you talking about? Fire? What's going on? Well, this set will feature, I believe, it'll feature new support and reprints, hang on, guys. So basically, it'll be based on the attribute of fire. Archetypes and characters that uses fire-based decks. And one of the most notable characters from the anime, or I guess the manga, is none other than Axel Brody from GX. Yes, he used the volcanics. And if you guys are curious about the fire archetypes, like pure archetypes, there's actually quite a few of them. We've got Battling Boxer, we got Evols, Fire Fists, Fire Kings, Flamvel, Hazy, Horus, the Black Flame Dragon, Infernal Knight, Infernoids, Ignites, Jurax, Lavels, Metal Foes, Salmongrade, Shiranui, Spriggans, which does not include, I repeat, it does not include Spriggan's Kit, and again, as I mentioned, one of the most notable, Volcanics. So it comes down to the big question: could we see Volcanics get support? That is the big question, because when you think about the fire attribute and the characters that used it, not just in the manga but also in the anime, you've got Axel Brody and GX. There we go. There we go. Finally went down. You've got Greiger in the 5D's manga. You've got Alito in Zexal, in which Alito used Badland boxers, which is kind of ironic. Skip Boyle, who I believe is, if I remember correctly, I believe he's Zuzu's father, if I remember correctly. Jack Atlas, as well as Jack Atlas in Arc 5, because he used because he used a bunch of fire fiends, which included red. I think what was it, like red resonator and just to name one of, I think red wyvern, I think it is, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's pretty, yeah. So Jack Atlas in Arc 5, how crazy, right? How crazy. Theodore Hamilton in Vrains. I haven't gotten the chance to watch Vrains yet, so I don't know. Maybe he's the guy, the Salmon Grade dude. I don't know. I'm assuming he is. Then of course in 7th we got Saburaman, Briscoe, Yuka Goa, and Mimi Imami in 7th, and then of course Manabu Sogetsu, Manya Atachi, and Asuka Mutsuba in the second season of the 7th anime known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. So that's actually pretty cool that we're finally getting that we could potentially get support from any of them. But I think they're gonna base the set off of Axel Brody, Greiger, Alito, Skip Boyle, and Theodore Hamilton. And the reason being, excuse me, the reason why those 5 and not Jack Atlas is because Jack Atlas, his deck is multi attribute. Like when you look at the decks that Jack Atlas ran, not just in 5Ds but also in Arc 5 as well, he used up so many different attributes. He used up he actually used up pretty much every single attribute in pretty much every attribute in the series in the game. Literally, he used up water attributes, he used up wind attributes, fire, dark, mostly dark because of the fact that he had cards like Synchron Resonator and Dark Resonator and whatnot. And the way I see it, he didn't run a whole lot of fire deck. A whole lot of fire monsters, honestly. So in my opinion, I think in my honest opinion, I think he's not qualified, in my opinion, to have new fire support, honestly. But as far as Skip Boyle, it's very possible we could see him get new support. I think his deck. What was his deck? I don't remember. Oh, right, Guts Master. Oh, I almost forgot about that. It's okay. So it's possible we could see the Guts Master archetype finally get printed, because I don't think we ever got those cards. Did we? No, we did not. We did not get them. Oh my god. What? Wow, I didn't even realize it. Okay, so we can almost guarantee that we could potentially see the Guts Master archetype get printed finally after all these years. But yeah, I mean, it's very possible we could see those cards get printed. But I think for the most part, the question is whether or not we're gonna get Skips cards. The question becomes whether or not we're going to finally get new volcanic support, because excuse me. Because if you guys don't know, the volcanics didn't get released in the TCG until, what was it, Force of the Breaker? That was back in 2007. So 2017. So literally 16 years. 16 fucking years. Who would have ever thought, right? 16 years and we finally get volcanic support, right? Do we really? Who knows? Who knows? I think that's one of the biggest pros of this set, is that we finally get the new volcanic support. But I think the biggest con of all of this, I think, it's just the fact that we see I think the biggest con is that we see Jack Atlas getting new fire support. That's like the biggest con of them all, in my honest opinion. Because if we don't get volcanic support in this set, I can almost guarantee you that hardly anybody is gonna buy this set. But if you really think about it, if you really think about it, there are other archetypes that could get support. Fire Fist could get more support after all these years. I think the last time we got support for Fire Fist, I think it was, what, 5 years ago, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. It's been quite a while. Flame Veils could potentially get new support. Although to be fair, Flame Veils didn't really do well when they were first released in the Hidden Arsenal set. So I really don't see that happening anytime soon. Lavels could, I think. But if I had to pick 5 who I believe desperately need to get support: Battling Boxer, Fire Fist, Salads, and Volcanics. Those are the 5 that we need to get new support. Volcanics is one of the biggest archetype. Is one of the most sought after archetypes in the meta, because truth be told, I believe most of the cards in the archetype are all like stupid expensive, and I think the best way for the deck to be like competitive, like tier 0 perhaps, maybe even tier 1, I think, is for them to get pretty much all the summoning mechanics except for Pendulum. I don't think it needs Pendulum monsters, but it definitely could use a fusion, maybe a synchro, an Xyz, and perhaps maybe even also a Link. I think in my opinion, if the archetype does get those 4 summoning mechanics, and perhaps maybe even also a ritual, I think the deck has the potential to be meta. That's my honest opinion. But again, the question becomes: Are we going to get Are we going to see Volcanics finally get support after all these years? At this point, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, but that brings me to the question of the day, which is this. Among all the fire archetypes that I mentioned, which 5 do you guys believe will be in the new Duelist pack set, Duelist of Explosion? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.